Hello and welcome, ladies, women of Wheaton WIC, to session 3, probiotics, which I'm calling G.I. Jane, the real abdominal hero. So hopefully y'all get that reference. G.I. Jane is a woman who was going to be in the military, so she's going to be a hero. She's helpful. Um, an abdominal hero that's like based off G.I. Joe, real American hero. Yeah, so if you don't get it, sorry. But in other words, probiotics are a good thing. So to start, the purpose of this lecture is to teach the importance of healthy gut and how to maintain symbiosis. Symbiosis just means like synergy, um, wellness, balance. So if you didn't know, there's on our bodies, inside, outside, there's all types of bacteria everywhere, like in your mouth, in your nose, eyes. And it's supposed to be there. It's just normal. That just works together. It's just when it gets out of balance is when we certain infections, like if a bacteria that's not supposed to be somewhere gets in your eye or whatever. That's when you get sick or you get an infection. Um, so we want to maintain symbiosis, keep the good bacteria where it's supposed to be, um, no matter where. So the digestive system. The digestive system is very important. It it feeds us pretty much. It feeds us. It does a lot. Um, the digestive system starts with the mouth and ends at the anus. So basically, whatever you eat, you poop, and you want that to happen. So, just a kind of intro to the digestive system. Um, you got this, like I said, to see the salivary glands. You're gonna chew it. You're gonna chew up everything. That's kind of where the digestion begins. So you're gonna chew it up, but you also have some enzymes to help break down sugars and starches. So that's where that begins, and obviously it goes down the esophagus into the stomach. Um, and in the stomach, we have acids, enzymes that break down acids that break down meat, acids that break down fat, protein. So it's a lot going on in here, very acidic. And then we have the small intestine right here. It's very long. Um, and then you get bile. There's our gallbladder. It's a little gallbladder. It's just a little storage system. Bladder just means like it holds it. So it's holding bile, and bile goes in and it helps again break down the fat so that it can just be absorbed into the lining of the intestine. And then enzymes from the pancreas, and the pancreas does a lot. That's where you get insulin from. There's enzymes. Um, a lot goes on in the pancreas. So the pancreas is very important here. Enzymes from the small intestine, lactose, sucrose, again, breaking down sugar, breaking down um, milk sugar, milk fat, milk sugar. And you know, when somebody needs to lactate milk or whatever, this is why they get gas if there's no lactose. So that's getting pain. Also water reabsorption. So the water is going to be reabsorbed here um, back into the body so that it can be redistributed, especially if you're dehydrated. And then we've got the large intestine or colon. It's got a few different parts. Again, water and electrolyte reabsorption. So again, the digestive, the what's here is usually kind of watery, but then basically once it gets here, it's definitely, this is where it gets a little more solid formed. Again, water, electrolytes. Um, so if you are definitely dehydrated, then the body wants to hold on to the water. And then the rectum is where it's held until you're ready to release and take a poop and you feel better. So that's, you know, that's pretty much what happens. But this, even though it seems like, um, this has nothing to do with anything else, this is where a good bit of your digestive system, I'm sorry, good bit of your immunity um, lies. So a lot of things can go on here and affect your outer health. So that's why I'm starting with what all digestive system does. So prebiotics, I'm sorry, actually, let me start here. Probiotics, live bacteria. Probiotics are active bacterial cultures. And so again, there's bacteria everywhere throughout your body, but definitely in your digestive tract. About 80% of your immunity is in your digestive tract. That's why, we work with WIC. That's why we preach about breastfeeding, because um, the first milk is gonna be what helps get the good bacteria into the baby to help her have good digestion and be healthy overall. But also we've got prebiotics, and that's the food for the bacteria. Bacteria has to eat. Bacteria is like it's actually a little animal that reproduces and lives and responds to the world around it. And food for bacteria. So that's going to be certain foods that we eat. So we want to make sure we got the probiotics, but also so that they can live and thrive and do what they're supposed to do. We've got prebiotics. And then this is when we symbiotics or symbiosis, so that everything is in balance. So we definitely want balance. So again, let's come back to the symbiotic relationship. The way we eat can populate the microbiome with diverse microbial cells. Micro, small biome. Um, Basically, our gut is a microbiome. There's a lot going on. It's like a little world, a world full of bacteria, a little world. And if something goes wrong, if there's a storm, then everything can get washed away. A lot can happen. So we want to keep everything healthy. Diseases can be caused by miscommunication among GI bacteria and the immune system cells. So miscommunications with anything, and like I said, immune system cells, that's usually going to be too much, or what's called hyperimmunity. And that goes back to inflammation, which is something we talked about regarding omega-3s and omega-3 fatty acids and the inflammation going off the charts. So again, too much antibiotics, surgeries, heavy metals, chemotherapy can reduce intestinal flora and lessen immunity. So bad diet, not exercising, too much antibiotics. And even myself, I used to get strep throats very often when I was little. So sometimes I feel like that had something to do with my Crohn's disease, as I've mentioned I have, which is anti-inflammatory, and I also have the psoriasis and the psoriasis, and they have Crohn's disease, and all those are autoimmune inflammation. So it definitely could have been the start of my immune system being a little off. But just you want to make sure you're avoiding these, good hygiene, good diet, good lifestyle, no antibiotics, because we don't want anything altered. And so trillions, not billions, not millions, trillions of bacteria break down indigestible food to create energy and vitamins. So like vitamin K is created. Vitamin K is what helps you clot. That's usually clotting factor. So you don't bleed out when you get cut or you get hurt. So obviously, very important, very important. So how do we maintain symbiosis? Probiotics and wellness. The immune system plays a vital role in keeping the body healthy, provides balance between invading pathogens and healthy microbiota. Because if you eat ingest some salmonella, that's not a good bacteria. And that's one of the reasons you get diarrhea, because the body's trying to get rid of that. It's like, oh my God, what is this? So it's going to produce a lot of extra water so that it can flush the body, and you're vomiting. Your body's like, okay, well, let's just work. So it's you're vomiting, you're getting diarrhea, but that's just also is going to help just trying to get it out of there. While your immune system is trying to get rid of the ones that's left. That's why you're having a flushing. And so the gut microbiota has a profound effect on autoimmune related diseases inside and out. So again, inside would be like my Crohn's disease. Outside would be somebody maybe has eczema, by psoriasis. So you just never know. Improving your diet by cutting out processed foods and increasing prebiotic fiber, vegetables, legumes can increase biodiversity. Probiotic rich foods such as kefir, sauerkraut, kombucha, yogurt may restore the composition and reintroduce strong microbes. How the gut bacteria affects health. So it improves different health outcomes, lactose digestion, helps with managing lower gastrointestinal systems, so the lower GI tract. Helps prevent colorectal cancer and type 2 diabetes, inflammatory diseases. The TMAO is red meat metabolite. So this would be kind of the opposite. So because you're eating red meat, again, being affected by the diet, it's going to help. It's going to increase the cardiovascular plaque, and that cardiovascular plaque usually is inflammation again. So there we go. We're always going back to the inflammation. So again, you got to make sure you're eating properly. We don't want to feed the bacteria the wrong way. And cognitive decline could be slowed as we age if gut flora remain properly populated. Who knew? So it's just so many things that our digestive system has to do with in keeping the biome balanced. So types of probiotics that we can consume. We've got kefir. And kefir is a fermented milk. It could be goat's milk. It could be, regular cow's milk, which actually means feeling good. It's a Turkish word, or it stems from a Turkish word, feeling good. But kefir, I enjoy kefir. It's very good. And these are some of the things that we'll get to try today if you have not already. And then we've got yogurt. A lot of us have had yogurt, but also with the yogurt, you want to make sure on the label it says live active cultures, because if it's pasteurized, then it's nothing there. So you want to make sure that our yogurt is alive. Here we have kombucha. Kombucha, I actually thought this was like a vinegar-based drink because of the way it smelled. But it actually is fermented tea. Could be black tea, could be green tea, just depends. So I was very surprised. It does have a vinegary, like I said, just a fermented, but it's not bad because I actually do not like vinegar. But it actually is very good, tolerable. So I was pleasantly surprised, with these beverages. Buttermilk. Most of the buttermilk that you see in the stores does not have the live active cultures, but you can buy it that way. Cottage cheese, again, you have to find the kind of the live. Most of it's pasteurized, but you can find it where it is has the live active cultures. Kimchi. Kimchi is a spicy Korean side dish with fermented cabbage. So it can be spicy and mild. We get a chance to try this. It does have a strong taste, a strong flavor, so you only need a little bit, but it's healthy. Miso is a paste, fermented soybean paste. You can use it to make miso soup, miso ramen, a lot of different things. So that's a good one. Let's see, this is tempeh, and it is a fermented soybean product, forms a patty. So as you can see, if you can see the like the wheat, and it's fermented, but it basically, some people like to use it as a meat alternative, but it is considered a probiotic. And this is sauerkraut. A lot of people like this on their hot dogs or certain sandwiches. I have never tried sauerkraut just because it was a very strong taste. My grandma liked it, but I just was never. So I'll try it one day. Don't have any today to try, but we do have the kombucha and to taste today. And so what to expect from your probiotic? You want to make sure if you're reading the label, you want to look for the most research, which are the bifidobacteria, lactobacillus, and the Saccharomyces boulardii. Sorry, long words. So it's good, helpful. I have them written down, so you can see them and you can compare when you're looking at when you're looking at the bottles. That way you can look and say, oh, this says lactobacilli. And you'll know that this is a good product, or it's the product you're looking for. You want to see the 1 billion CFUs, or colony forming units. So 1 billion, lots and lots and lots and lots. Because if it's not enough, it's not going to do anything. Added enzymes are not needed. It's so if it's yogurt with lactase, it doesn't make sense. Because it's usually going to be lactose reduced anyway, just because of the bacteria, but it's not necessary. Also, if you get a gas and change in the stool pattern, that's a good sign. That means it's doing something. And if you're not seeing any difference, then you want to change and switch products, find out, start reading your labels and figure out which one is going to work. And so as you can see, we have our little superhero bacilli. Here, maybe he's a lactobacilli, no telling, but it's like superhero. So also the type of fiber that we eat. So going back to the prebiotics, fermentable. We want the things that are fermentable. So we've got viscous. So we've got viscous fiber, fermentable fiber, and insoluble or bulking fiber. So your viscous fiber is what's going to give your poop, moisten your poop. Nobody wants a dry poop. That is not fun. But since we're talking about the digestive system, we got to mention poop. So your oatmeal, your barley, oat bran, all these different things are going to help keep your poop moist. And fermentable, these are the ones that the bacteria like. So they're going to be eating this, the inulin or the beta glucans. So it's a lot of different things, wheat dextrin, a lot of different things that are going on. So I'm not expecting you to know that, but just know chickpeas, lentils, split peas, banana, unripe. I don't eat unripe bananas. So I don't know. They're a little hard for me, but if you like unripe bananas, then that could be the thing for you to eat with your probiotics. But asparagus, mushrooms, onions, seaweed, artichokes, in way it was described, things that are like really fibery things. So even with broccoli, you can do broccoli, but you want to do the stalks of the broccoli. So again, that goes back to dental health, because you want to be able to chew these things, chew artichokes and asparagus. So just again, just making sure you're balanced. And then your insoluble or non-fermentable bulking. Bulk means big, so it makes the poop kind of big. And when it's big enough, the body, the intestines, and because that's in the muscle, it can grab on and push the poop out. So again, that's going to help you release. It's going to help you not be constipated. So you want to have all this type. So that's why, again, fruits, apples, oranges, pears, bananas, avocados, berry, guavas. You want to just eat everything. You want to eat everything that's good for you, just to keep that balance. So basically, a healthy gut biome can protect us from disease and preventable illness. And it's amazing, how we As you can see, these are all our, these ladies are protecting their country, and so that's what we want. We want to protect our gut, the GI tract, but it's just amazing how those little things can affect our health so greatly. So you really, again, going back to that Mediterranean diet that we spoke about earlier, anti-inflammatories, um, avocado, you really have to take care of yourself. It's simple, but you just have to do it. And in conclusion, probiotics help maintain the health of the GI tract. Prebiotics help maintain the health of the probiotics. It gives them something to eat. Because if they ain't got nothing to eat, they're not going to thrive. They're not going to thrive at all. So they need something to eat as well. And that's what I was looking at an article somewhere, and that's what it was talking about, like restricting your diet too much can lower the probiotics in your diet. Because again, if you're not eating enough, there's nothing but a probiotics to eat. So they're going to go away, or they're going to lessen. But obviously, when you go back and eat the right things, it should repopulate, and as long as there's something to eat. But there's something to think about. Together, probiotics and prebiotics help maintain symbiosis. Again, balance. We need balance. We need balance in immunity. We need, like, again, not too much inflammation. We need inflammation to do what it's supposed to do, but not too much, because then there's illness. So fermented and cultured foods contain probiotics. That's the kefir, the kimchi, the yogurt. So again, just making sure you make the part of the diet as well as the prebiotics, appropriate prebiotics, to help good bacteria populate the gut. Any questions, please feel free to call me, contact me, make comments. You know where to find me. Thanks. Have a good day.